Hello and welcome. I have Arnav with me. Congratulations, Arnav. You qualified your NET exam not once but twice. First, you qualified in July 2018, and then you qualified JRF in June 2019. How are you feeling about qualifying this exam successfully?
Uh, Thank you, Garima, for inviting me to give a brief idea about how was my preparation study. And it was like a dream come true for me because, to be very honest, this was the first time I had prepared seriously for any competitive exam till date. And I qualified it twice using your material. So it was really a dream come true. And I was successful in getting a job also through the preparation.
That's amazing. Sounds really good. So tell us more about yourself. Where were you born and where did you pursue your education from?
So I was born in Guwahati, Assam. Okay. I did my engineering and I passed out in the year 2012. After my engineering, I was working with a private firm in Mumbai. I was working as a developer. Then I realized that I should complete my MBA. I was more inclined towards HR. Okay, so I did my MBA from Guwahati University in the year 2015 to 17. Post completion of my MBA, I again joined TCS because I took sabbatical, and now I moved my role into a strategic point of view. So I was associated with the strategy team of SAP unit within the private firm. Okay, and then I realized that I should move towards HR. So I started preparing for the competitive examinations in the month of March or April 2018. And in my first attempt, I could only manage to clear the UGC NET for assistant professor. And subsequently, in February 2019, I left my job and started preparing to qualify for the examination. And I was successful in clearing both NET and JRF. And eventually, I got placed in ONGC in the month of September 2019. And currently, I'm working as an HR executive in Assam Asset ONGC.
That's amazing, and we congratulate you for your success. And so, diving into these subjects, it must not have been easy. Firstly, you were preparing while in a job, and later full time. How do you suggest people handle paper one and paper two? Do you think they are equally important, and how to divide time between both of them?
Yeah, both the papers are equally important. You cannot ignore one paper and focus on the other paper. Only thing is that paper two, we have studied in our post-graduation time. Okay, so we have some knowledge about that. Although it is scattered, it is not in a structured way, but still we have something. But paper one, we don't have much idea about it because it's totally new for us. Only the aptitude part is common, which we must have studied someday. Okay, preparing for any competitive exam. So firstly, I started with my strong point, that is the HR subject first. So I purchased the books online and I started preparing. So my first target was to complete the entire book material which you had given. Okay. So after that, I slowly started going through the question papers you had applied back then. Okay. And then in between, I used to study paper one. Okay. So paper one, my main focus was to complete at least 60 to 70% of the 10 topics which are there in the syllabus. So teaching aptitude, research aptitude, and logical reasoning, these three were my target areas. I knew that these questions will be, if we study properly, then this will be easy to tackle. And then aptitude, comprehension, communication, these are comparatively easier topics. People and environment, it was a trial and error thing. I only studied what is relevant to, which I found relevant. And then again, my preparation for paper one was around 70 to 80%, but paper two was 100%. So the average was really good. I was confident that I could qualify the exam with this preparation also.
So you gave enough time to paper one, and in paper two, we can see that there's so many labor laws and they're so hard to remember. What would you suggest to students? How can they remember so many laws?
So labor laws, it's like you have to target one law every day, okay, and to be consistent with that. So try to read every law once, okay. Target if the law is vast, okay. For example, Industrial Disputes Act, and then Trade Union Act and Factories Act. These are all very vast compared to the others, okay. So try to complete it in a day or two and then just read it. I will just suggest first attempt should be only reading, not to focus on remembering the facts and points. Okay, just go through it. Read the entire book once. Okay, divide the log. Okay, so 20-25 days you'll complete the entire syllabus once, and then again try to attempt the question. Then you'll get to know how much you are able to remember, how many points you are able to recall. Okay, and then second iteration you can again study. Then you'll remember more. And it's basically the game of multiple iterations. The first attempt is always unsuccessful. You tend to retain only 10 to 20% of what you have studied. Second attempt again 30 to 40% more. So by the time you complete the second iteration, you will be remembering around 50-60% of the things you have studied. And third, fourth will be easy. Okay, third, fourth will be like very easy, and you'll be remembering more points. So that way I used to target it. I used to study many times. Okay, and by reading it multiple times, you generally tend to remember all the facts and points. So I used to know which particular point is in which part of the book. So that was my strategy. And talking about the first attempt, I was working and preparing. So my office timings were from 10 o'clock till 8 o'clock in the evening. After coming from office, I used to take a half an hour break, okay, just to transition myself from the working mode to the study mode, okay. And once I was ready with my transition, okay, I was ready, mentally prepared to study. I used to study for around 5-6 hours every day. I was very consistent with my schedule, okay. And I prepared for 2.5 months approximately. And only mistake which I did in the first attempt was I set my targets low. Analyzing the previous year's question papers, I thought this much cutoff will be enough for me, okay, to qualify for PSU. I qualified net, okay, but I missed out the PSU target by a single mark, okay. So I would suggest that you go for 100% preparation, don't analyze cutoffs and all, okay, because that will be a waste of time totally. If you focus more on getting the facts and concepts clear, then anyways you're going to have a good score, and then if you're lucky enough to qualify the interview, you will get the job.
Sounds good. And I think those tips are very, very helpful for someone who's looking forward to sitting for this exam. Before we conclude, if you like to give any generic advice to the students, you can please tell us.
Okay, so I'll talk from my experience. Okay, I was a kind of a guy who was not at all motivated to study for any examinations. The first thing which I did was that this exam is not possible I will not be able to qualify this exam. But in case of NET, that was the first time I thought, let's give it a try. So I purchased the Human Peritus materials, and it was structured in such a way that everything was so easy. You just read it and everything will be fine. Okay, you just have to trust the book. Okay, you have to study. It's okay if you don't remember the points in the first attempt. Just go for multiple iterations. Study as much as you can. Okay, and I guarantee you that in the exam time you'll remember each and everything. And everything will be in front of you. There will be a time you even don't need to read the question. You can just check the option. You'll get to know that this is the question. Only thing is that you'll have to control your excitement. Okay, if you know all the questions, just control your excitement in the exam hall, because that might be fatal as well. You might end up taking the wrong answer at times.
Thank you so much for sharing your experience, and we're so happy that you've joined ONGC and you're doing well in your career. And we wish you all the best even for your future endeavors. And thank you so much for taking out time and speaking with us.
Thank you. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to share my experience in front of all of you.
Thank you so much, Arnav. Thank you.